Alright guys, welcome back. It is Pun Factor, and it's been a hot minute since I've recorded a video. So, Pioneer, everyone's stoked about it, everyone's pumped. I'm kind of, testing some things out in Pioneer. I have 3 decks. I have kind of my Abzan company that I kind of wanted to go with that because I love my Abzan colors and my Abzan builds, and I love Collected Company. I think it's strong, and I think it's even stronger in Pioneer. I also have Mono Green Stompy, which is just actually an incredibly aggressive deck. And then I have Bant Spirits, which I just kind of started to give a go here. So I don't know what I really want to play in my league. I think I might let's just try a game with Abzan Company here. And do I not have like any tickets or anything? Yeah, I do. I need to change. I need to pick a deck. Whew. It's been a hot minute, guys. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go Abzan Company. And let's do a 2-player queue. 20 play points. So, this deck, I am running Blooming Marsh, Concealed Courtyards, 2 Field of Ruin. The Concealed Courtyards, actually, I wanted to shave down because I'm not running that much black. Let me leave this event. Sorry. I wanted to make these... What did I want to make these? I know, I actually should have been prepared, guys. I apologize. But it's just so exciting. Why don't we do Sun Petal Grove? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now we're good to go. So the mana base is something I am actively working on, but let's get into the creatures. 3 Scoozes, which Scooze hasn't been super impressive in this format. Graveyard strategies haven't been insane, so this might end up being something else. I'm running 3 Assassin's Trophies, 2 Abrupt Decays as my removal. I have a ramp package here of 3 Llanowar Elves, 4 Gilded Goose. And I'm actually pretty medium on Gilded Goose. I don't know, I'm medium on it right now. I'm running full 4 Voice of Resurgence. This card is fantastic in this format. 3 Tireless Trackers, 4 Courser of Krufix, which I might actually be shaving down on Courser just because we don't have fetch lands. I'm not running Ramanap. Like, there's no way to manipulate the top of my deck. It's not the most amazing thing. I am running 4 Still Leaf Champions. This card is insane. 3 Loxodon Smiters and 4 Collected Companies. We'll jump into the sideboard after game 1. So, this is a pretty slow hand, but I do have the ability to play Scooze. I have some early interaction, so I am going to go ahead and keep it. Leyline of Abundance. So it looks like we're against Bant Ramp. Yeah. So Gilded Goose was a good pickup. What we might do, we might Assassin's Trophy Leyline. Let me actually turn down the volume. There we go. Or Nykthos. Let's see what he plays here. Loxodon Smiter is also a fantastic spell. Creature. Jeez. It's been a long day. So Kiora. Kind of wishing this Abrupt Decay was an Assassin's Trophy. Oath. To be fair, he only has 2 cards. So if we play our land, okay, so he has a Nissa, Blooming Marsh. So he has Nissa. Whenever you tap a force for mana, add an additional mana. Put 3 1/1 counters on up to 1 target non-creature land you control. Becomes a 0/0 limit with vigilance and haste. It's still a land. Okay. This, untap up to 1 target creature and up to 1 target land. So our -2 allows him to dig. I almost feel like we can't let him untap with that. Whoops. What the heck? Because we know he has Nissa in his hand. He doesn't have. He can make 1.5 million mana, but he doesn't have a payoff for it. So let's view our sideboard here. Rest in Peace does not come in. Revokers can come in. Obviously, Knight of Autumns for all of his enchantments, especially his Leyline. So Knight of Autumns and Phyrexian Revokers, I think, are the picks. Scavenging Ooze we can take out. Do we have... No, another Leyline. Okay. Nissa, okay, expected. What are we doing, opponent? Okay. And then these each tap for 3. That's gross. No, we're gonna Collected Company next turn. That's actually a pretty solid card. I feel like though we Coco. Yeah, I feel like we Coco. And then play Voice. And if we hit a land, play Smiter. So Bant Ramp. This is definitely one of the decks that is going around competing with the top of the format. I think they might run Ugin. Or this is this Green Devotion? Splashing Blue. I think they run is it World Spine Worm? I don't know, they run something. Big bombs that we cannot currently beat is the answer. So let's let them swing in here. So what are we looking to hit? Still Leaf Champion is a great pickup. And I think we go Voice. Just to block and kill it. Because he can only pump the team once. So we can block and kill. Block here. Block here. He can't pump. Oh my gosh, he can pump twice. I thought he could only pump once. Wasn't taking into account Nykthos. That's bad. Now I think we're actually just dead. That was a punt. To be fair though, I don't think it matters. I mean, we can Abrupt Decay one of these guys, but let's see what he drops here. Yeah. We could Abrupt Decay that. He has too much going on. So one, two, Skews, Voice, go. So Skews can eat 3 things, but he can pump twice. Whoop. No cards in hand. He swings all in. Can tap, activate Nykthos for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's go here. Yeah, we're just dead. We're gonna pack it in there. Just dead. Okay. Skews does not seem good. Knight of Autumn seems fair. Revoker seems okay. And we could drop... Let's get rid of coursers. Although... Let's do that. Yeah, this matchup feels very bad. So we're going to rely on a courser here, or a tracker. Ley line. Goose. If they play a dork, I will kill said dork. This might actually work out good. Wait, so they have 4 mana. You know what? I'd rather Knight of Autumn. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, that was definitely the play. So now they only have 3 mana. Perfect. Let's get a tracker down. Let's go ahead and swing in. Okay. This is unfortunate. That this comes in tapped. I wonder if he'll want to trade. I don't think I can afford that though. Then I'll just make a food token. Yeah, that screwed me not having that black source for Abrupt Decay coming untapped. See if he wants to trade. Now, do I need a food or do I want a pump tracker? I think I want a pump tracker. Revoker's good. Let's go ahead and get this in tapped. Let's go ahead and Abrupt Decay this. Let's swing in. Draw a card. Okay. So I was thinking there, do I play the Revoker and name Nissa But then if he just has a Kiora, and Nissa with making the lands and stuff, I'm not overly concerned with, because what's this? Battlefield, it fights. Sacrifice of food. Okay, so this thing is going to fight. Sure. Huh. Okay. So Courser there was very underwhelming. Maybe I do want Scoos over Courser. And I think I'd rather have the Loxodon over Courser just because it's a 4/4. Now, I think gaining the life is going to be irrelevant. Ramp decks typically when they go off, they just go off, and you either have an answer or you don't. So I think we'll run it like that. So we are looking for not this hand. We are looking for early interaction. Trophy's fine. We'll keep. And I'm going to get rid of... I want to keep Field of Ruin in case he gets Nissa, but I'll be able to Revoker it. I definitely want Steel Leaf, because if I can prevent him from ramping, Steel Leaf is going to be able to swing underneath his guys. And I'm definitely keeping Assassin's Trophy in case he has a ley line. I actually think I want to get rid of Smiter here. Okay, so he does have the ley line. Unfortunately, Assassin's Trophy ramps him. Okay, well that's good. At least it's not a... Okay, so he finds himself a land. What do we get? A Coco. Okay, so next turn, we are definitely going to get rid of this ley line. A Ballista, huh? I can Revoker the Ballista. Okay, so what's the play here? We can go Revoker Ballista. Assassin's Trophy ley line. We can... I can't play Gilded Goose because he's just going to kill it. So it's either Revoker... So this is definitely getting shocked in. It's either Revoker or Assassin's Trophy. We're going to be playing Coco on curve. So why don't we Revoker Walking Ballista? And then next turn, I can play... See, the mana in this deck is screwed up. I need to, like, really figure that out. Yep, it's free one. You got it. Yorvo, okay. I think I go Steel Leaf. And then next turn... I can Assassin's Trophy and Yorvo. Because the Leyline's not doing anything for him right now. And I can also Collected Company into a Knight of Autumn to take care of the Leyline. Okay, so there's a second one, but it's not doing anything for him yet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So six, so he's at 8 with Nykthos. Okay. I could also Field of Ruin his Nykthos. But then Yorvo's still out there. But I think that might be better. So if I Field of Ruin is Nykthos, we go and we get a land. Then I can Assassin's Trophy his Yorvo. Then I can swing in for 5. Okay. Sure. He has another Nykthos, but he only has 5 devotion. He's 3 off. So there's a Collected Company. I almost feel like I want a Collected Company. He can do that at any time. Why don't I wait? That's fine. Because what I can do, he's going to pump it enough to where Still Leaf can't get through, or he can at least chump it. So if I Coco, I'm going to blow, if I hit a Knight of Autumn, that's amazing. So I'm going to go Knight of Autumn, Still Leaf. Knight of Autumn is going to come in. Wow. Man, guys, we got there. That felt great. And one thing I noticed transitioning into Pioneer with sort of an Abzan Coco, you know, mid-range style, Still Leaf Champion is insane. I'm actually also running this card in mono green, and like the card's nuts. It doesn't quite make it in Modern because there's so much removal in Modern for creatures. But seriously, the card's insane. Like a 5/4. A lot of people right now, like the ramp decks, they're running a lot of just dorks. There's Mardu decks going around that have a lot of 1/1 tokens, and like even the Vampire deck that has a lot of 2/2s, 2/1s. Still Leaf doesn't care. Awesome card. Every time I play this deck, Still Leaf is literally the one that gets me there. That's why he's a 4 of. I need to revisit the mana base a little bit and upgrade that for sure. I do think Field of Ruin is incredibly important in this early stages of the format because Field of the Dead is a thing. People are trying to do a lot of things with that. Nissa is also huge in these ramp decks, and she can make her lands threats. So Field of Ruin's great. Obviously, we're running a much heavier removal suite than we were in the Value Town builds, but we also don't have Eternal Witness to get back our removal like we did in the Value Town builds. So that's kind of why we're just we're stacking a little heavier on that main board. And then Loxodon Smiter. I like the Loxodon Smiter Voice of Resurgence package because it really does help with the control matchups. So yeah, guys, that's kind of the deck. Questionable choices. Gilded Goose, I actually think I'm going to go up to 4 Llanowars. I'm going to do that right now. Go down to three geese. Only because most of the time, look at all the green we have. We have a little bit of black and a little bit of white. Most of the time, we want that green source, and we want it every single turn. There was a turn in that game specifically where I would have been able to play something, but Gilded Goose had to make a freaking food token. So I don't like that. We're not running Oko, so we can't abuse the food tokens. So, this card might honestly end up just being Elvish Mystic as well. We'll have to see how my colors shake out. But the creature in question here is Courser of Krufix. I don't know if there's enough synergies with him. Sure, it's great. He increases your chances of hitting a land for tracker by probably a not insignificant margin, but without fetch lands and being able to increase that chance of hitting those land drops, I just don't know if he's worth it. And this deck isn't necessarily looking to gain gain a little bit of life here and there. I think it's just looking to have answers and to grind the opponent down, like in mid-range fashion. And when I play a Collected Company deck of this nature, I look for Collected Company is just card advantage. It's not, I'm not looking to combo off with elves. Like if I had Collected Company in a mono green Stompy deck, in that version it was like, I would Coco and I would hope to just hit insane amounts of power to push through for lethal. And in these decks, I'm literally looking just for that card advantage aspect. So if I hit a Voice of Resurgence off of a Collected Company, it's great. It's basically I get 2 creatures out of that hit. And then obviously if I hit, I don't know, any of these creatures, it's just a little bit, I'm getting 2 cards for their 1. And that's how I look at Collected Company. So I don't even know where I got on that rant. But anyway, Courser's going to get a strong, tough look. It might even be that Night of Autumn, becomes Courser. This card is very flexible right now. People are running a lot of enchantments, Jeskai Ascendancy. People are running Hardened Scales Affinity. And I also think Phyrexian Revoker is just a straight up beast in this format and in these creature builds. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the games. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of my banter, some of the reasoning why I chose the things that I did. And yeah, this is Punt Factor, guys. Stay tuned for the next one. More to come.